Hey everybody, this is my new note on the Callaway Topgolf breakup and spinoff. Although I think it's pretty clear that these two companies needed to separate, and I detail some of the reasons that the merger has been a problem for the combined company. In my note here, the two companies are going to be in pretty rough shape even after the spinoff. With regard to Callaway, what it said it saw in Topgolf when the merger was being sold to shareholders was that Topgolf's customer base was young, relatively wealthy, and generally speaking, pretty inexperienced when it comes to golf. And Callaway saw that as a fantastic opportunity to sell clubs, golf balls, and apparel. Callaway also saw in Topgolf a chance to extend its reach both within and outside the United States, even to those that didn't have ready access to a golf course. And in this period of fixation on technology and AI, Callaway saw an opportunity to recreate itself as a major player in the digital age. Topgolf, I think, saw in Callaway the chance to bankroll its expansion. And I find it hard to believe that now that the two companies are separating, that Callaway has given up on its agenda. Why? Because simply selling apparel and golf clubs doesn't get Callaway the kind of growth that it wants. And this is a great image from the slideshow that they gave to shareholders before the merger. And it pointed out in that presentation that Acushnet, one of its major competitors, which owns Titleist and FootJoy, has year-over-year growth in the lowest single digits, 2%. But a typical software company has typical year-over-year growth of 19%. And a typical restaurant chain has year-over-year growth of 12%. And that's the kind of growth that Callaway is seeking. And that's why it almost certainly will look for a new merger partner, I think, to expand and diversify itself as soon as it can work its way through the $1.5 billion in long-term debt that it's inherited from the merger. Topgolf, on the other hand, is intended to IPO and list on the New York Stock Exchange. And a successful IPO can deliver the kind of capital Topgolf needs to keep growing. But being a public company comes with a lot of drawbacks too. Shareholders expect a return on their investment. Simply pouring revenue back into the company to keep expanding won't endear the company to shareholders for very long. And I think other potential suitors for Topgolf are going to look at the Callaway merger and say, Topgolf just isn't for us. Sure, it did great when it was merged with Callaway, and you can see that here. Well, that's actually its capex. You can see that Topgolf did really great when it was merged with Callaway. But I would argue that it did so at Callaway's expense. The final stumbling block for both companies is tariffs. Callaway says in its filings that it manufactures many of its products in countries that the United States may soon enter a trade war with, China and Mexico, for example. And Topgolf Callaway stated that it saw expansion outside of the United States as its best bet for growth going forward. Another potential problem for the two companies as the U.S. becomes more and more protectionist. So sorry to say, I just don't think the Callaway spinoff of Topgolf is going to be particularly good for either company, despite the fact that the merger has been great for the combined company. Has been great for the combined company either. So that's my new note. I hope you enjoyed reading it, and I'm always available for questions or comments if you have them once you read my note. And I appreciate it.